So for my unit operations, I'm going to start off with the cogeneration plant, which is how Yukon actually makes most of its power. So as you can see, in a cogeneration plant is it's much more efficient than a conventional power plant and wastes much less energy, and it makes electricity by burning a fossil fuel such as coal or natural gas in a giant furnace, which releases heat energy. And it uses this heat to boil water and make steam. And then this steam just simply drives the turbine, which drives the generator, which creates this electricity. And so what makes the cogeneration plant different is that this heated up water is usually cooled down in a normal power plant for reheating, but in a cogenerative plant, this sends out the hot water for municipal usage, making it less wasteful and wasting significantly less energy. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was a fridge, which is obviously all around campus to refrigerate all sorts of things. And so the way fridges work is to create cool air. There's a compressor which restricts the refrigerant vapor, and it pushes it to coils outside the fridge, and then when this hot gas inside the coils meets the cooler, like room temperature air, it condenses into a liquid, but this liquid's now at a really high pressure. And so as it flows into the coils within the fridge, it slowly cools down. And as the refrigerant absorbs the heat, it cools down the air. But this heat makes it evaporate into a gas, which will flow back into the compressor just to restart the entire process. And then finally, I wanted to talk about two types of radiators, actually, the steam and electric. So steam radiators are obviously used all over campus to heat up spaces. They work by heating up a system in a boiler and sending that steam into a set of pipes within the radiator, which heats up the room via radiation and convection, and then as the steam follows through this radiator, obviously cools down and condenses as it meets the colder air, and eventually travels back to the boiler where it makes steam. And so this is a more old-fashioned means of radiation, but more recently they've created electric radiators that use a different mechanism. And they contain a thermal oil that is not burned, so it doesn't need replacement or refilling. And it has a really high boiling point and specific heat capacity, which allows a small amount of the oil to emit a large amount of thermal energy. And this heating element that heats the thermal oil is a simple system of coils with current running through it that dissipates the heat. And so yeah, those are my unit operations.